Hello, everybody. Coach A coming to you today. Listen, let's talk about Job for a moment, right? Job was a righteous man before God. And the Bible says one day that all the angels was called before God, including the enemy. And God asked the enemy, what have you been doing? Where have you been? And he said, I've been to and fro searching, right? Whom he might test or trial. Now, most of the time when we read it, we don't really pay attention to who brings up Job's name. God brought up Job's name. He said, did you consider my servant Job? He said that because he knew what kind of relationship he had with Job. He knew what kind of faith Job had. The reason I bring that up is because when we began to go through our circumstances, when we began to go through our trials, whatever it is that we are facing, sometimes we're really quick to think that maybe that's just a vice of the enemy or something of that sort. But have you ever considered that maybe God said, have you considered my servant, and put your name there? I'm going to put my name there. Have you considered my servant Antoinette? You know, there are times when we are going through situations. It is not because we've done anything wrong. It is not because we have sinned against God. It's not even because we made a bad decision. It could be because God said, I know the relationship that I have with you. I know that you're standing on faith. I know that no matter what comes your way, you're still going to give me praise and give me glory, right? So here's why I wanted to share that with you today. I don't know what you're facing. I don't know, whether you're in a time where it just feels like the heat is being turned up or the pressure is coming like you have never experienced it before. But what I want to encourage us is to begin to think, what if my God is saying, have you considered? So in that time when you are feeling like the fire is turned up or the pressure is coming like you've never felt it before, I want us to not forget to continue to give God praise. I want us to continue, even in feeling our human feelings, to glorify him, to know that he has everything that we need in his hands. We are not facing it to be destroyed. Not at all, right? So go ahead, give God glory. If you need to cry for a moment, shed those tears by all means. But then, remember who resides on the inside of us, and that is where we draw our strength. You see, as you begin to read further on, Job's friends came, even his wife said, really, Job, are you still holding on? Right? She said, curse God and die. Now, I think that it was a wife that did not want to see her husband going through and suffering at the amount of suffering that he was experiencing at the time, right? Not necessarily that she wanted to be against God. She just wanted her husband to not have to go through those things. And then the friend sat with him for 7 days. But after 7 days, they were like, look, now something have to be up. But even in all of that, and if you read further on, Job did begin to doubt at some point. He did begin to think, what have I done? But he didn't stay stuck in those feelings. I know you probably saw my reel earlier that said, I need you to get up. Well, don't remain stuck in those negative feelings. When those negative feelings come, then please replace it with something that is even more positive. And here's the encouraging word. After Job went through, he still remained faithful to God. God told him to pray for his friends that spoke negative to him. Pray for them. After he prayed, then he received double what he lost. My question to you, are you willing to give God everything that he's given you already to see what he has in store? Live inspired and be inspired to live. And remember, it's not here to destroy you, but here to make you.